All right. Hi, everyone. This is Heather Wiskes coming to you live from Get Me Some Green. And we are in conjunction with Unstoppable Lifestyles bringing this to you. I've been in the industry for a couple years now, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say how long I've been in this industry. And it dawned on me that as working through this and having a retail store now for about 3 years, most of the industry is controlled by women. It's in my lifetime, I've been in several different industries. I've studied everything from law to accounting to computer programming to real estate. And I've never seen an industry that is more women run than the CBD and weed industry. So this year in 2021, I'm going to be talking to different women in the weed industry every Wednesday at noon. So if you need something to do on your lunch, you're looking for something industry, chime in every Wednesday at noon. We're going to be talking to different people in every level of the industry, whether they're attorneys, we're talking to bookkeepers, we're talking to growers, extractors, formulators, and everything in between. So if you ever have questions, put them out there, we'll answer them. But today I kind of want to introduce myself and talk to you a little bit about my journey and where I came from in the industry to help you understand how I got started, and then each woman in between will tell you their story. So my story is my family used it as medicine. I was born by the burn your bra hippie, love her to pieces. And my mother always used marijuana as medicine. So I didn't even realize that marijuana could get you high or had a euphoric aspect to it until I was in high school. So my mom is bipolar and manic depressive. So she's been using marijuana to self-medicate and manage her depression and manage her anxiety, I guess you would say, for a long time. On top of that, my mom has PTSD from a very traumatizing relationship when she was younger, as well as, sorry, my phones are ringing off the hook here at the same time. But she also has a degenerative back disorder, which causes a lot of pain for her. So she's been using marijuana to handle both pain, inflammation, anxiety, stress, and sleep for years. So that's how I grew up using this as a medicinal place. When I got into high school and I realized it could get you high, I started kind of going down the corners of, well, what else is this and how does this affect things? And I realized that there's a lot more medicinal benefit, but one person can't fight that entire medicinal battle by themselves. So I started doing some research, and through college, I was actually writing a paper about marijuana and industrial hemp. And I discovered that we, the United States, buy over $3 trillion of industrial hemp from other countries every year. So I started asking, why are we buying $3 trillion and saying that we're in a financial deficit when we're buying literally a weed from another country, literally a weed? So it didn't make a lot of sense to me on how we could be doing that. So I started writing papers to figure out what's going on. So I started on the legal side, handling it from that side, from a farming, why are we buying these things? What is the US doing? And then I started learning more about the medical side. And that's when things got really, really exciting. So as you know, Colorado went legal, and I started to go down that rabbit hole of discovering, well, what can we do to legalize this plant that I've always known to be medicine my whole life? So that's just a really brief story about my journey and where we're coming from. But so going from my mother using it to learning about it from an industrial, to understanding the medical and the legalization of that, to then learning more and starting to work with doctors and teaching them what I know, and then growing it and learning that whole process, to eventually working with extractors and other formulators that do it from a medical perspective, and then being asked by the doctors that I partner with and educate to open up our own apothecary, which is where I'm sitting today. So it's been a pretty long journey, but through this process, most of the companies that I work with, anywhere from advertising all the way to getting the product on my shelf, are owned and operated by women. So I think this is the first time in history that an entire industry is truly more women run than man run. I don't think there's ever been another industry like this that has so many women involved. So it is my mission this year to bring to you all of these amazing women from all different walks and all different areas to talk to you about what their journey is and what got them started. So we can try to demystify the word weed, if you will, and take it off that shelf. I mean, there's so many people that can benefit from it, and so many closet users out there that are scared to say that they use marijuana or say that they use CBD. They're petrified because of the stigma that's been around it for so long. So I'm going to introduce you to some of these women and really open the doors on this and have a real discussion instead of a judgmental discussion on how we've helped them, how they got started, what it's did for their life, because every single person in this industry, I don't care who it is, every single person has a story on how this plant has helped them in some way, whether that's with health, whether that's with mental, whether that's helping a family member through suicide, through PTSD, through pain. Everyone's got a story, and all of those stories are valuable because they're valid. It shows the efficacy of the plant, and it shows all the different ways that we can be using it. So I'm so excited to bring this series to you, and I honor you for watching it. Thank you so much. I look forward to it. So please stay tuned. Our next episode is going to be next Wednesday at noon, where we will be interviewing Nicole with Queen Hemp Company right here in Charlotte. She's an amazing human being, and I'm so excited to bring her to you. But we will have a different person every Wednesday. It's going to be at noon, live right here on this group. So I look forward to seeing you then. Until then, have a great week. We'll see you next week.